everyone, this is Hannah. I know we don't do too many videos directly talking like this, but a lot has changed in the story we are telling in our stop motions, and the characters have changed as well, so I thought it would be a good idea to explain it all. If you've watched some of our really old videos, which please don't, I don't recommend watching them, you'll probably notice a lot of dolls and characters that you don't recognize. The whole storyline and dynamic of those videos was entirely different back then, and I often wonder if I should just take them down because it causes a lot of confusion. But, I mean, it's the very tiny history of this channel, and I'd like it to stay up, so we made a playlist that has all of the videos that are true to the canon storyline, I guess. Here, I'll just show you. They're all in order as well, so I think it's a lot easier to see the character arcs and the changes in the story when you watch them in order. So, like, this is where it starts, and nothing else matters. Anyway, what were we even talking about? Right, okay, so when I'm talking about the dolls and characters here, I'm talking about what they are in our canon videos right now in that playlist that I'm showing you right now. Not these old videos. Even though our Kanani doll was named Lucy and had super long hair and was a hot mess 4 years ago, that has nothing to do with the doll or character in our storyline right now. Okay, that's confusing, and it's just gonna get even more confusing now. Alrighty, let's start with Nancy. Nancy Petrie is a playwright and writes all the plays Trixie produces at her theater. I'm going slightly insane right now, so if it's okay. Oh, work. Right. Got it. Thanks. She took a short break from writing and opened up a diner. However, it didn't make her happy, and she went right back to writing and creating things. While owning the diner, she did go through a phase where she was dyeing her hair jet black, but she got tired of touching up her roots. Nancy's one of the more sane characters and is slightly based off of Rob Petrie from The Dick Van Dyke Show. Wow, you really tried to make that subtle with the last name, didn't you? This is Rebecca Morgenstern. She works in an ice cream truck with another character named Julie, who she was roommates with for a while. She's basically a cat in human form and watches a lot of television. She has a dry sense of humor and is super suspicious, even though she tries not to show it. Are you done? Welcome back, Cotter's about to come on. Enough said. What are you doing? Explaining things. This is Millie Haver. She's often wrapped up into situations she wished she wasn't in, and has the role of voice of reason even if no one listens to her. I came as soon as I saw the note on the door. There was a note on our door telling you I was in jail? You mean the whole neighborhood thinks I'm in jail? You are in jail. When not at home, she is working at the library down the street. Are you done? Yep. No, Marvin is not playing Juliet, and that is final. Oh, hello. I thought this was supposed to be for last week. You're not wrong. Beatrix Jones, or Trixie, runs a theater and produces plays. She's often found here in the backstage arguing with problematic actors or trying to figure out what's wrong with the scene. She also has a rather hard time letting things go and gets easily annoyed, but with all she has to deal with, I don't blame her. Thank you. Chrissy Banks is definitely the Ernie of the Bert and Ernie relationship with Trixie. She's always trying to figure out a way to make a living without doing anything, which often leads to a lot more effort. Her aunt owns the building that they all live in, so she has free rent and is often called a freeloader, but she gets along great with Rebecca. Marie Robinson is one of my favorites. She's a typist just to get by, but is often doing more creative things at home. She has a rather large amount of pets living in her apartment that make it feel more like a zoo. She's super quirky and tries to keep the peace. She moved into this tiny town after her old friend Millie Haver mentioned an apartment for rent. Okay, this is getting long and we still have quite a few characters to meet. The characters we've already met all live in the same building and are the main 7 characters. These characters that we're about to meet are the next door neighbors who pop in every now and then. First is Julie Barnes, who I still kind of consider a main character because she links the main characters with the neighbors, as she works with Rebecca and used to live with her. She fancies herself a spy, but is usually reserved, and it seems like she has a whole other life we don't see. Oh, and she got her hair done recently. Oh, I really don't think I'm Oh, hello. Louise Cooley, who likes to go by Lou, moved into town after having trouble getting into show business in the big city. She's rather awkward and not very good at confrontation, but she's currently one of Trixie's go-to actresses. Olive Kimball, who... What do you do? Nothing. I sell insurance. Right. Anyway, Olive solved a major crime a while back in this town, went off for an internship, and came back to live a simple life. She seems to be hiding something, though, doesn't she? Last but definitely not least is the Marv. Marvin Fassbinder was born into a humble family, the mob. He followed his family's path and ran a gambling syndicate. However, he was caught by the girls, thrown into prison, and was let out on parole for good behavior. He landed a job at Nancy's diner.
I'm getting sick of the muffins in the big house. Good a few times, but diner food is so much better.
He slowly began to open up to his inner disco dancing, cooking loving self.
How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spread his claws, and welcomes.
He bought the diner for Nancy recently and is obviously living his best life. And that's everyone. I hope this cleared up the dynamic of this world and its characters a little bit, and I hope to see you all soon. Thank you for watching.
Hey, what about the character actors?
Oh my goodness, Marvin, you're right. I'm sorry. We didn't introduce the character actors. These three girls are, well, character actors. They play any character that isn't a main role and will play multiple roles if needed. If someone needs their hair cut or needs to talk to someone they pass on the street, one of these girls will play them. Okay, is that all? It seems like it. Thank you again for watching.